Well, we're in the new Canadian History Hall at the Canadian Museum of History. Right now we're on the mezzanine, which is where we're going to put the third gallery dealing with Canada since 1914. So from 1914 until right now, until as recently as we could accommodate topics and information. If you look downstairs, we're looking at Gallery 2 below me here, and over there Gallery 1. Gallery 2 looks at Canada from 1763 until 1914, and you can see behind me the Ukrainian church that's a centerpiece and the only authentic building in the old hall, and we've kept it in this hall. Gallery 1 behind you, so where I'm looking, is a space devoted to early Canada, starting with the appearance of the first people here and looking at colonial history up until 1763, which is the British conquest. The old hall had a lot going for it. It was very well researched. It was a satisfying visitor experience, but it was 20 or 25 years old, and it ignored almost entirely Aboriginal people, Aboriginal Indigenous history. Perhaps you could do that in the 1980s when this was done, but it is certainly not acceptable now in the 21st century. So I think one of the major contributions that this new hall will bring to the public discourse of Canadian history, and we hope to stimulate that, is the inclusion of Aboriginal history, the history of Indigenous people, and its normalization. It's putting it within the context of all of Canadian history, because you can't understand Canadian history unless you understand the Indigenous component in it.
Yes, we're working with Douglas Cardinal, the original architect, and a design firm from Montreal called GSM Projet. And together, along with our team of curators, project managers, creative developers, are working on the experience. So trying to design spaces that are very unique, that have a specific mood, that match the message that we want to pass. So we've worked all together as teams, because in a space like this that offers spaces that are so different, whether we're up here under the big vault or underneath where we're standing in a more intimate setting, we approach design in a different way. So how we how we present the artifacts and the lighting and the colors, that's what we're working on now to refine. So we've divided the hall in 3 galleries. And each gallery has 6 to 7 main stories. And for each one of these stories, we want people to have a feel, a mood that is different. So you will have feelings that change, and you will understand the evolution of time, of techniques throughout your visit. So it's not going to be all the same language and monotone at all.